smoke marijuana in several states. Yes, you can, bro. Legally.
You can
In
smoke
the
it anywhere.
other states, it's illegal,
Dude,
but people still do it.
I really want to try mushrooms so bad.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We were talking about that the other day, and you have not tried them.
Nope.
The thing with...
Well, Lily won't
that,
let me try them. So this is all hypothetical.
Yeah.
But I do want to try them.
The thing with that is you get paranoid with marijuana.
Yeah.
So... And I don't know if this is really true because I've only done shrooms a couple times and I've never done acid. So shrooms is like, whether you like it or not, you're going to have a good trip or a bad trip. There's nothing else you can do about it, which I don't know if that's true or not. It's just what I've heard. And then acid is something that you can manipulate the high. Like if you're having a bad trip, you can do certain things to help you get out of it, or your friends will kind of encourage you and make you happier or something. But I'm not sure
if you can
that's
find
real.
acid, I'll do either one. I just want to try a psychedelic
I mean, I can find both of those
because I want to have like a spiritual experience.
Yeah.
And what we can do, hypothetically, we wouldn't do this, but one day when Lily's out of town, not that she's going to see this podcast, so we could set up the living room with like chill lights.
Oh yeah.
And some like shamanic music or whatever.
Yeah. The things we're gonna need is blankets,
Yep.
Munchies,
and
a great selection of movies or something to watch.
Yeah. I have
or shows.
all those. I got blankets.
Then we should be good.
I got a bunch of snacks from Quest.
Mm-hmm.
So we can get protein in while we're tripping.
Yeah.
And then I have Netflix, I have Hulu, I've got HBO.
Oh yeah, we're set, man.
We're good.
Yeah, totally.
We're just trying to find something to watch for like 3 days.
Honestly, if we did do that, we'd probably just microdose so that you don't have a big crazy experience.
I really want to try microdosing. I don't really even want to trip that much. I've just heard that microdosing puts you in like that flow state.
And I've heard that it helps you think better, actually.
Yeah, that too. Oh yeah, LSD. A lot of like coders use LSD in microdoses.
Yeah.
And then a lot of fighters use mushrooms in microdoses, like when they're training and stuff.
Which is wild to me.
But I think a microdose is probably not going to have those effects that you're talking about.
No. I mean, yeah, if you microdose, you're not gonna have a crazy. You probably won't even trip.
I'm interested in like anything that can help me think better and stuff. I was thinking, I want to try more like nootropics and stuff, like Alpha Brain. We should take Alpha Brain before the podcast.
Have you ever tried it?
Yeah. And
you were the one that I know that tried it.
Yeah, I've tried it.
I was trying to think of.
And I feel like there was a couple times where it made me feel good and like clear-headed and stuff. And then there were some other times where I took it where I really didn't feel anything at all.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
But
I mean, I feel like Alpha Brain sounds like Adderall.
It's
nothing
nothing like that.
Really?
Nothing like that.
Because that's what I just imagine.
No, it's not even a stimulant at all. Like, I don't even know. Like, it kind of makes you feel... The few times that it made me feel something, it was, like, calm and just, like, clear-headed.
Yeah.
But nothing... Yeah, there's no stimulant effect. It's not as intense as Adderall. Like, nowhere even near. Because it's literally just, like, different amino acids and stuff like that.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, honestly... I'd rather take Adderall then, because Adderall just like, whoa.
I want to find something that can like help me think better memory retention that doesn't have like addictive properties.
Yeah, that's definitely the problem with Adderall.
Yeah,
because
Adderall is like, if it had no like addictive properties and didn't have such a terrible crash if you take it for like several days in a row, then I would still take it.
Yeah, same. I haven't touched it since high school.
No, I got a prescription for it when I was like 22 or something, and it didn't feel the same at all.
Really?
No, it just immediately made me feel like crap.
Weird.
It was really weird.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it was super weird. It was like my brain chemistry was just way different.
Dude, I feel like that would make me so depressed if Adderall didn't work the same again.
I took it and I was just like instantly in like that overthinking mode and never got that like euphoria, like super clear, fun-headed.
Oh, man.
It was weird.
That's crazy. Yeah, dude, we used to do that in high school, and it was fun. And it helped us pass all our tests.
Yeah. So like I still had like the ADD symptoms and stuff. So I talked to my doctor and he put me on Wellbutrin,
Mm-hmm.
which is it's a stimulant, but it's not an amphetamine, and it's way more chill. Like after you take it for a few days, you don't even notice it anymore, but it definitely helps me focus
Yeah.
and get things done, but not in the same way at all. Like not even close to the
Dude,
same as
Adderall makes anyone with ADHD into like a superhuman.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing about it.
I'm pretty sure it makes anyone into a superhuman, but like
I don't know. I don't know if it has the same effect on everyone.
it does. I mean, not on everyone.
Yeah.
But I don't think you necessarily need to have ADHD for it to give you that super fucking laser focus.
All I know is that my brain is everywhere at once all the time.
Yeah.
And when Adderall kicks in, I can focus on all of those things at the same time.
I mean, really, you focus on one thing at a time, but it's just more crisp.
It's just like, it just feels like it's not scatterbrain so much.
You feel like you can conquer the world.
Oh, man. I feel so smart.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why does my brain not work like this?
Yeah.
Normally, it should be like this always.
I know, dude. Sometimes when I'm like have so much stuff going on, like I need to like edit the podcast and like I got school and work and like I'm just like if I could take Adderall, I'd probably like get a bunch of shit done. I'm like, what if I could just take it for like 2 weeks? But then I'm like, nope, you can't fucking do it.
You know, it'd be cool if you could just turn it on and off like a light switch.
You know what? It would be sick if you just had a superpower where you could like feel like that always and be able to sleep and not have your weird emotions. Like,
yeah, no depression.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't like overexert your body. Cause I think that's what really happens. And that's why the depression is so intense is because you're getting serotonin dumped. You're getting like so much dopamine to your brain. So that at the end of it, when your brain's done with the Adderall, your brain's like, okay, back to normal. And then it's just drained of all the serotonin and dopamine that you're like, oh, God.
Yeah.
I feel terrible.
Yeah, it's crazy. It sucks.
It is what it is, though, man. You know, everything's give and take.
I don't really want to take it anymore, ever. But just like the good parts of it are so good.
Oh, yeah.
Like
it's
if you
crazy.
could just take the good parts, it would be like perfect.
Yeah, and it's also kind of weird because I mean, I guess it makes sense because you're getting serotonin like overload, but like the euphoric part of Adderall reminds me a lot of ecstasy.
Yeah,
because you just feel great and you're just so focused in the moment.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. But with Adderall, it's like everything's clear. And ecstasy, you feel like you're on a spiritual journey.
Really?
Well, it depends on what you're doing, but usually you're just so like emotional that it like everything just feels really special.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. I wish I could have like tried Molly. I never got to try that either.
You've never tried Molly?
No.
Oh God.
There was one time when I was like 15.
Yeah.
Me and my friend tried to buy it. And we got some pills, but they were fake.
Yeah.
So like we took them and like after an hour we're just like, how long does this shit take to kick in?
I mean, it does take a while, but
then literally after like 2 hours, we're like, oh shit, these are fake.
Yeah.
3 hours fake.
Yeah, it should take 30 minutes to like an hour at tops.
It was like, we were so disappointed. We're like, what the fuck,
that's
dude?
So stupid.
And we got them from like a girlfriend of ours that she went to raves and shit all the time. So like her connection was like a good connection.
Mm-hmm.
But he just dropped. I don't know. Maybe he didn't even know it was fake at that time. You know what I mean? But who knows?
No, I probably gave her bunk shit.
Probably.
That's stupid. That's so annoying.
Man, that's some bullshit.
That shit, like when people do that to me, I'll never go to that person again.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, I know what kind of person you are now, and even if it wasn't their fault, sorry, I'm not gonna trust you anymore.
Yeah. Sucks.
But yeah. That's why I just stick to the good old methamphetamines.
You can get it everywhere. It's cheaper.
Hell yeah,
stronger.
Whoa, I'll
doesn't
smoke
ruin
it,
your teeth.
shoot it. I don't care, man. I do what I want.
Who needs a family?
Do it as a family.
Who needs a family?
I thought you said do it with the family.
I was watching this
family fun.
I was watching this crazy interview. So there's this guy on YouTube that does these interviews with like drug addicts and hookers and homeless people and shit.
Yeah.
And he was interviewing this dude who was talking about like the first time he tried cocaine, he was literally like 10 years old, and his friend's mom gave it to him. No, his friend's mom was dating a drug dealer.
Yeah.
And his friend found the guy's stash of cocaine.
Okay.
And he said they found like an ounce of it in the house, and they were like home alone after school. Yeah, they found like a big ass fucking bag of coke.
Holy fuck.
And they did they said they did a couple lines. I'm like, I don't know how a 10-year-old could do a couple lines and not die. So he may have been exaggerating, but he was obviously a drug addict his whole life. But he said that him and his friend took Quaaludes that day. Mm-hmm. And then, like, when the Quaaludes started kicking in to the point where they were going to, like, fall asleep, they, like, did some cocaine.
Who is this guy again?
He's just some random, like, drug addict that this guy was interviewing.
Oh, okay.
He interviews, like, random drug addicts.
Yeah.
And then him and his friend were, like, walking down the street for, like, miles and shit. And they got to his house, and his brother was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because he could tell that he was, like, fucked up.
But it was just coke, though, right?
Quaaludes and cocaine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
There's no way he did that at 10, dude. He would die.
But then he said his friend, when they got to his house, his friend overdosed, and someone called the ambulance because he started like seizing up or some shit.
Yeah, because your heart, your little tiny 10-year-old heart can't handle that.
Because he was like, we did a few lines, and I'm like, you're probably mixing this story up with something that happened when you're older, because if you were 10 and you did if you did one full line of cocaine, you'd probably die. Or at least you'd be like...
Dude, you'd be freaking out if you did one full line.
Yeah.
Because your heart's already going freaking fast as a 10-year-old.
Maybe the Quaaludes brought their heart slowed, so then the cocaine brought it up, and somehow that made them not die.
I don't know.
But I would think either way it would be way too much drugs in your system for the first time that you've ever done drugs.
I don't really know exactly what happens to your body with Quaaludes.
Quaaludes are depressant, so they would like slow your heart rate. But
having your heart rate slowed down and sped up at the same time, well, what the fuck happens there?
It goes back to normal.
I don't think so.
That's how that's why a lot of fucking like heroin addicts, not because of their heart, but a lot of heroin addicts, they'll do like meth too to keep them awake.
True.
Because if you just do like all heroin or fentanyl or whatever, you're like fucking passing out, and what's the point of that, you know?
Yeah.
So they'll do meth.
Jeez, dude. I mean, I guess it does make sense because like when you do cocaine, you usually want to drink beer with your cocaine because it kind of balances you out. And if you get like too coked out, you smoke some weed and it helps you balance out.
Yeah.
I don't do that stuff. I just, stories. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do drugs anymore, but fuck, man.
Honestly, I haven't done cocaine in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm over that part of my life. I feel like everybody goes through that like college stage of life where it's just like, let's do all of the drugs. Yeah. And then you're like, why did I fucking do that? That was dumb.
Yeah. Mine wasn't a party stage. Mine was just like pure addiction. It was bad. And
mine was like my Marine Corps was my fraternity. You know?
But I've been clean for 3 years. More than 3 years?
It's been over 3 years now.
I think a little more than 3 years. But
yeah.
Fuck, dude. I would never go back to it. And it's crazy. Like, when you're in it, it feels like there will never be a way out. And it feels like you're never gonna not want to do the drugs.
Mm-hmm.
But now, so like, back then, when I would think about doing the drugs, I would think about the high and the good feeling. Yeah. And now when I think about it, I think about all the terrible shit that happens in your life. Yeah. And so I just don't want to do it.
Dude, so I quit vaping 2 days ago.
Not really.
And I cannot stop thinking about it. But every time I think about it, I try to remember, like, dude, think of all the anxiety it gives you. Like,
it gives you anxiety?
Oh, hardcore. And it's because I was, like, practically breathing out of that thing, man. Like, I was... Every third breath, it was fucking
Me
vape.
Too, but I can't stop vaping. I don't know why.
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's fucking addicting, man.
I feel like I'm so used to the motion and just like the breathing it in.
That's another thing. Like all yesterday and all today, you probably have seen me do it, but I would keep looking around because I feel like I need to be doing something.
Yeah.
Because I'm always vaping and I just feel like something's wrong at all times right now. It's weird and I don't like it, but I feel like, okay, if I'm like this right now with just nicotine, I really need to stop smoking nicotine because this is bad.
It's hard.
It is hard, man. It's fucking difficult. I've drove by a vape shop 3 times today, and I'm just like, I should pull over and go get one. I'm just like, no, stay strong. You could do this.
I feel like I'm more addicted to the action than the nicotine.
I think so too. That's why I'm doing this right now.
Yeah. If I could get like a water vape or some shit for like a week, then maybe I would stop. I don't know. Oh, I'm sure they do. Yeah, they have no nicotine vapes.
Yeah, they have zero nic.
I could probably start switching it up, doing like half and half or something.
I don't know if they have them for your brand though.
No, I mean I could get a different kind.
Yeah, but
damn,
yeah, dude,
it's hard.
Nicotine is freaking. You know what's funny? It was easier to quit cigarettes than it was to quit a vape.
Well,
because cigarettes smell gross, they taste gross, they're just gross.
Well, I never quit. I just switched.
I quit cigarettes for almost like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then I started doing these little disposable I started with Juuls.
Yeah.
Or Juul or whatever it's called.
Dude, it's so weird. From there. I didn't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
Until I was fucking 21. Mm-hmm. And then I was like having all sorts of depression and shit and like addiction issues. And I thought the nicotine would help me feel a little better or some shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, at first I didn't even really help at all, but I just kept doing it for some reason.
Yeah.
And then I got addicted to smoking. And then I got really tired of the smell, dude. It smelled on your fucking hands. It smells
so gross.
On your clothes. Like, it's disgusting.
It's nasty.
And I was like, ugh, dude. So I switched to vaping. I don't even remember how I switched to vaping, but I knew that, like, cigarettes just smelled so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. That was a huge thing for me, too, because, like, and cigarettes would make me nauseous too. Yeah. They would hurt my stomach, and like when you're smoking cigarettes all the time, you don't think about how disgusting they are and how much they smell because you're in that fucking cloud pretty much until you step out of that cloud for a second and then realize, oh, dude, that shit smells fucking gross.
Or I would be like doing something like working, and I'd put my hand on my face.
Yeah,
like. Oh,
fuck? Yeah. You always smell your fingers. You're like, ugh, what the fuck?
Yeah, it smells like a fucking chimney.
And my fucking fingernails were turning yellow too. Ugh. Like these two.
That's bad. There's
like a stain. Yeah. Well, dude, when I was in the Marine Corps, I was smoking like fucking no man's business. Yeah. Like almost 2 packs a day.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Thank God I don't do that anymore. Do I remember one time I was smoking in my truck and I was wearing pajama pants? In your
truck?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I smoked.
I smoked in the car, dude.
I smoked in my truck. I smoked wherever the fuck I wanted, dude. But I was wearing pajama pants and my boxers, and the cherry fell off my cigarette onto my lap, and I didn't see it because I was driving. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. And my dick just started burning out of nowhere, and I didn't know what was going on. I was like, oh,
like
fuck.
On your dick?
Yeah, on my dick, dude.
That's crazy.
And I was like, what the fuck? And so I pulled over, and I was like squeezing my pants, just like trying to. I was like, clearly, there's fire in my pants.
Something's biting you or some shit.
Yeah, and I at that moment when my dick started hurting, I knew it was like, okay, my dick's on fire. Like there's fucking felt like flames. Yeah,
not like a ant bit you.
Not like a infection or something.
No, I meant like a bug bite or something.
Oh no! It felt like straight up when you get burned. You know, yeah, that shit hurt. And then like I just looked at my pants and there was a hole.
Yeah.
And I took I pulled my pants down. There's a hole in my boxers right on my dick. The fucking cherry fell. I was like, ooh, cool, dude. I'm so done with this.
Your girlfriend's like, what is that? You got an STD?
Yeah, right. I'm like, no. They're like, why do you have a scab on your dick, you weirdo? I swear to God, it's not herpes. It's just a fucking. I burned my wee-wee.
Jerking off too much.
Oh God. I've been working out, so I got these calluses, and then I've been jerking off too much. So it just,
when you're like 13, you jerk off like 10 times in a day, and your dick hurts like a motherfucker.
It's like radiant red.
How do you even do
It's like throb. Oh my God. Dude, I still have some of those days sometimes where I'm just like horny throughout the whole fucking day, and I'm like, I can't focus on anything. I'm like, dude, can this just go away, please? Yeah. Like, I don't have time to jerk off 7 times today, so I need to fucking... Can this just go away, please?
7 times. It is weird how it will like fog up your thinking.
Dude, it's annoying sometimes. It's like, honestly, fucking pisses me off all the time. So what I do now, usually if I have that going on, I'll just tell my girlfriend. I'll be like, hey, I'm horny. And she'd be like, oh, cool. And then we'll just fucking dirty talk, but it'll allow me to fucking organize my thoughts. Because now my horniness is over here with this conversation. And I can continue to do this when I'm not in this conversation. I don't know how that works, but it works now.
That's super weird. That would fuck me up more if I was having a dirty conversation.
Really?
Yeah, that would cloud up my judgment way more.
Oh, that's weird.
Until I'm done.
I don't know. I don't know why it helps.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Super weird. Put in the comments.
Yeah. What are your strategies, men?
Would that fog up your brain more?
How to not fucking be so horny all the fucking
Speaking of
goddamn
sex, look at Nick's new haircut. Looks so good. I mean, he keeps fucking changing all his styles after I get this fucking poster made.
I texted Brendan. I was like, I'm trying to fucking do this without messing my hair up. But I texted Brendan. And I was like, dude, I'm thinking about cutting my hair. And he was like, no, you got good long hair. It looks good. I just got the banner, so you can't do it, or the canvas, so you can't do it. Stick with the long hair, man. And I was like, yeah, cool. Next day I cut my hair.
Yeah, I feel like anytime I've ever had long hair and I'm thinking of cutting it, like it's going to get cut in like a day or two.
Yeah, dude, because it won't leave my brain.
Yeah.
I talked about it to a lot of people too. Like I talked to you about it, talked to Bree about it, talked to my friend Trevor and Humphrey, and talked to Aaron about it. It was a big deal for me this time around.
It was pretty long. I don't think you really got
it. Took me a long time to grow it out like that. Because I did it from like buzz cut.
Yeah.
All the way out. So it took a long time, but
it's the worst. I found a picture in my phone today. I was going through like all my old pictures and I found a picture of my long hair from a couple years ago. And it was like as long as yours basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it was straight, so it did not look as good.
It was straight, so it probably technically wasn't as long as mine then, because mine looked a lot shorter than it actually was.
That's true.
Because mine could reach my shoulders easily. Yeah. When I was in the shower, I could feel it like touch almost like between my shoulder blades.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's really long.
It was pretty long, man. But, you know, all good things must come to an end.
Yeah. Like this podcast.
Just like this podcast.
Fucking the video looks so good.
Oh.
And then when we upload it to YouTube, it's like shit. And we don't know why.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So if we look like shit and it's annoying you, just go listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't sound like shit.
Yeah.
Because it's like everything we do, we make it great, and then we upload it to YouTube, and YouTube's just like, fuck you, dude.
It fucks with it so bad.
Here comes all your fucking hard work. Let's throw it away.
Like, we need a producer.
Yeah. We need a Jamie, for sure.
If there are any free Jamies out there, come hit us up.
If you live in Phoenix, Arizona, and you want to intern for us...
For free.
For free. Well, internships are free.
You can have 10% of the company if you're really, really good.
But we'll talk about that when you are hired.
And by the way, there's no company, so...
Yeah, this is not a company yet, so we'll figure it out.
Fucking hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Follow us on Instagram at Los Amigos Gringos and on TikTok at Los Amigos Gringos 1. We love you. Fuck someone in the ass today.